What time is it?
Adventure time!
Adventure time!
That's right. It's time for a little playthrough of Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon because I don't know. So, here's the character select screen. We've got Finn, Jake, Marceline, Cinnamon Bun, Lumpy Space Princess, and Peppermint Butler. Peppermint Butler was the DLC that you got for pre-ordering the game. So we're going to jump in as Finn. There are more characters to unlock. I think there's Ice King and Lemon Grab as well, and Fire Princess. So here we have the hub world. This is basically where you can talk to the characters, buy upgrades, and swap your character as well. So, for example, if I go up to Marceline, I can speak to her and then swap over to her. And all the characters have got different abilities. So, like, Marceline attacks with a base axe, and she can't actually block, but she can like absorb the projectiles because they're red, and that powers up a super move.
I can
So
jump you to later floors.
we're going to talk to PB, and she'll take us to floor 11. I've already played through the first 10 floors and defeated the boss, so we're going to pick up from floor 11. Now basically here you get these tokens as you play, and you can add them to your character. I think different characters have got different amount of slots, but once you've added it to the character, it's used for that one time and then you've lost it. So basically, like, each session you've got in the dungeon, you'll get that like add-on for it, you know. So there's things like extra hearts or extra power and things like that. So as you can see, the graphics are a very 16-bit sort of sprite style. Sort of as a bit of a throwback to the old school dungeon crawlers that it's based on. And obviously, to bring it up to date, they've got the 3D levels. These are all randomly generated as well, so the floors that you go to more just affect the difficulty, but the levels themselves will always be different. There's 100 floors to go through, so that's 100 levels of difficulty, and PB also gives you these like side missions as well, and if you do those then you'll get rewarded. So there's quite a lot of variety in the enemy types. They seem to throw them quite regularly, like as in different variations of them. So that keeps things fresh. Oh, I hate these flying things. So obviously you pick up chests.
You get into so much trouble.
And I've just got Stanley the Watermelon with me here as a familiar, they call them. So basically those will help you out along the way. Now all the characters have got these charge attacks as well. So like Finn does a big kick thing. Marceline will pull a scary face at the enemies and stun them. Peppermint Butler uses his cane as a golf club and swings it. So yeah, all different types of attacks. The attacks are fairly basic. You've got your standard attack, you've got your charge attack, and then you've also got a side weapon. You pick these up as you go along, and you can also store them outside of the hub. But once you've switched the weapon out in a dungeon, then you've lost that weapon from your inventory. So if you want to build up your collection, you've got to sort of go in empty-handed and then bring out a new one. Alternatively, if you start to build up a collection of duplicates, take one of your duplicates in if you're sort of a completionist that wants to collect the whole set of weapons or something like that. Now obviously this game is probably best on 4-player mode, or at least 2 people anyway. At the moment I'm just by myself, so I don't quite know how good the multiplayer is, but I'll be finding out soon. But for now, here's some solo footage. I mean, it seems pretty fun on your own as well. Obviously all the dungeons don't just look like this dungeon. There's going to be what is there? There's like ice dungeons and things like that as you go along. So the environments will change. I don't know at what frequency they change, but yeah, adds variety into it. so I don't know where all the enemies have gone now. But that's the beautiful thing about the levels being randomly generated. You never know where the exit's going to be. The exits are a set of stairs. Basically, you go down into a deeper floor of the dungeon. But I am really lost right now. I've got no idea. Almost thought that was the stairs for a minute. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat. Too much talking. So yeah, I would have kind of appreciated if Way Forward would have done sprites that were more like the show's style, as in full resolution rather than pixelated. But I mean, they've done a really nice job of the pixelated sprites, so I can't complain about that. And then there's a nice job with the soundtrack as well. You know, it seems to keep the tone nicely. Okay, so I am really lost here. I do not know how to get out of this floor. Well, this is an interesting video. I am well and truly lost here. Wow. Okay, well at least I found another chest. Aha! So, here I can show you the sidearms. We've got a kitten gun here. This obviously fires kittens. Aha! Here we go. I knew I couldn't have been trapped. Pick up the loot. So as you can see, it's all fully voice acted by the original voice actors from the show, which is great.
Mathematical.
I think what I'm going to do now is I will head back to the hub and I'll switch characters, show you a different character.
Adventure time!
Okay, who should I be? We'll go for Marceline. Now Marceline's unique in the fact that she flies, so you're not limited by those holes.
I can jump you to later. Keep in mind.
Okay, so we'll take it to floor 11. Yeah, I won't bother with any upgrade thingy-majigs. Gonna be hardcore about it. Yeah! Okay, so as you can see, she uses her base axe as her primary weapon. And then her charge attack. She grins and then... Wah! How terrifying. Now I've realised I haven't shown you the super moves, or imagination moves as they're called. So what I'll do is I'll build that up and then I'll show you one of those. So there's Marcy's special ability. As you can see, the monster fires red bullets, or whatever you want to call them, and Marcy can basically absorb those. I think, though, that sacrifices her block, so you can't actually block as her. Now, if I show you a charged attack, that actually stuns the enemies, so you're free to just wail on them and they won't attack you back or anything like that. Which could come in handy if you're surrounded by enemies. Loot, 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 picking up the loot, picking up the loot. Come on, die, Bones! Well, I suppose Bones are already dead, aren't they? But whatever. Ah! Can't hit me now, can ya? Nah. Ooh. Demon Heart! That superpowers me or whatever, you know, so... Oh, great, there's no enemies around when I've got a superpower. Yeah, oh, fantastic. Oh. Die, fairy! Don't you run from me! Ah! Right, okay. Where was I going? Where was I going? There we go. There we go. Ah, skeleton. Ah, right. I've got a full imagination meter now, so I want to find the next group of enemies. I will show you the super move after I pick up this loot. Ah, bunch of fairies have spawned there. Don't go down the stairs. Right, so here we go. I shall unleash my super! Bam! You're all dead.
A pick me up.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Ooh, be something good.
Passive resistance. Fantastic. So basically, it's not completely necessary to clear all the enemies out of the level. I mean, obviously it helps because you might miss some important power-ups if you just skip to the end. But once you've found a set of stairs, you can just go through them. And then you get a stat screen, and that'll basically show you what you've collected gold-wise. And also those tokens as well. What you do is you go through 5 floors and then you get a chance to go back to the hub where you can buy your upgrades and stuff like that with the loot that you've collected. Now, this is restricted to that single session, so the moment you go back into the dungeon, PB will take your remaining gold away. So you're best just to spend it all while you're there, or as much of it as you can. So that was Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon Because I Don't Know. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.